There's a lot of people out here that never listen to country music.
Oh, and they missing out.
And they missing out on how well these country music people can really sing.
So you know about, let me see, Beyonce's country album, or they say Lil Nas X was a country singer. I don't know how. Then there's that other black dude who sings country. I'm saying this because, you know, most of the black people.
Aaron Neville?
Not Aaron Neville, he's newer. The one who did that one song that you like, Getting Drunk in the Bar.
I don't know the name of the dude who's...
Oh, for the love of goodness. You make me listen to the song and you don't even know who sang it? Once again, it's on. Welcome back to another episode of...
Think It Out Loud.
I'm Laisha.
I'm David, I think.
He's David. And we are back with another episode. Let's hop right into it. If you like our content, if you like seeing us make fools of ourselves, please subscribe, like, comment, share.
I'm not that dude.
He not what dude?
I don't make a fool of myself. I know what you're talking about, ma'am.
Are you okay, let's get to the things. So when we were just upstairs getting ready for today's episode, I came up with a crazy thought and I want to see what you think about it. Okay? Random thoughts, okay? If your dad told you that he was cheating on your mom, would you keep his secret or would you tell?
I would keep it secret.
Really? Why?
Because I would. That's what he would expect if he told me, so that's what I'm doing.
But what about your mom and her feelings?
We'll have to cross that bridge.
So what would be your... What would you say when she found out and she finds out that you know?
I don't know. I have no idea. No idea. See, I know what your answer would be if I asked you this question. See, but my answer is truly I would keep it secret.
So you would keep his secret?
Yeah.
So if we had two friends and no.
Not the same.
No, scratch it and reverse it. Scratch it and reverse it. I have, all of my sisters are married.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Let's just say that you saw one of their husbands out with another woman.
Not my place.
And it was obvious that something was going on with them.
Not my place.
You wouldn't say anything?
Not my place. I might say something to them.
And what exactly would you say?
I seen you. And I know what you're doing.
So you telling me right now that one of my brother-in-laws could have cheated on one of my sisters and you could know about it and not say nothing?
Yes.
I don't even know you anymore.
What do you mean? You know exactly who I am. And you knew when you thought of the question exactly what I was going to say.
So if that's the case and somebody saw me out cheating on you, you wouldn't expect them to tell you?
I wouldn't expect them to tell me.
But what? Ain't that the double standard? Ain't that the pot calling the kettle black? You want to know. You want somebody to come and tell you, but you don't want to say nothing for nobody else. I'm sorry, I should be talking to y'all, but he getting on my nerves.
I would respect the fact that they didn't tell for whatever their reason was. But if they do tell, I would respect that too.
Wow. But you would want to know.
Yeah,
you would want them to tell you.
Of course I would want to know.
And wouldn't you think that your mother or my sisters would want to know too? Would want to be told too?
Yes. But it ain't my place.
Okay. That was my random question. I think today maybe we'll just hop right into the top 150 to 100 best singers of all time.
That's fine with me.
Okay, here we go, guys. The best 150 to 100 singers of all time as listed by Rolling Stone magazine. So we did the top 200 to 149 on the last episode.
151. She has problems with. I don't know why she has problems with numbers. She's an accountant. Oh.
We did the top 200 to 151 on the last episode. If you didn't see that, go ahead and click on after this one. Watch this and then go back and watch the other one, and I'll put the link to that one in the description box below.
You can stop this one and go to the other one and come back. As long as you come back. Don't play games now. Shoot.
Okay, so here we go. The list gets no better from last episode, guys. I just want you all to know. The list has not gotten any better. Not that I looked ahead, because I want to be surprised for you guys. I want to give you guys my genuine reaction.
She honestly did not look ahead.
But in order to cue up today's episode, I did see 150. So I'm going to go through them faster than I did yesterday. Number 150, Brian Ferry.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
His picture looked like he's in the 80s.
Yeah, Brian Ferry doesn't exactly have what we think of as a classic set of pipes. Yet what his voice has accomplished has often been astonishing. Well, if you can't sing and then you happen to get out a couple of good bars, yes, we all would be astounded. Wanda Jackson. Queen of Rockabilly's many nicknames, never heard of any of this, was the sweet lady with the nasty voice. And that dichotomy is why she so artfully kicked in the door of the boys club that was early rock and roll. Rave ups like the punchy, hard-headed woman and the saucy, cool love were given heat, lightning energy, and her rasp-edged wail. Obviously, Rolling Stone thinks well is a good word. Okay?
It's not.
148, Levin Helm. And he is from Canada.
Oh. Close enough.
147, Barbara Streisand. We all know her.
Yeah, we all know
Well, all
her.
the Americans know her.
Can't remember hearing any of her, hearing her sing, to be perfectly honest. I know her more from movies and TV, I think.
Yeah, I can't think of now one of... No, Barbara Streisand has a song, but...
I know she's a singer.
You're right. She played in that one movie series. Was she in Meet the Fockers? Well, Barbara Streisand, 147. 146 is Ruth Brown. She's a jazz singer. R&B shouter with jazz chops.
Shouter?
145, PJ Harvey.
Just no.
I don't know. 144, Darlene Love. Let me tell you a secret. These top 50 better be amazing. Okay? 143, Luciano.
God, guys, this picture of him would make you wonder if he had something growing out his head. I swear.
The person who wrote this article says, I've never heard a bad Luciano performance live. And even when he's doing a backflip off a speaker. And in the studio, the Jamaican star is just as dynamic. The first time I produced Lucci, I noticed his ability to instantly come up with a melody that seemed classic. When Luciano came on the scene in the 90s, his tunes Sweep Over My Soul and It's Me Again, Ja immediately entered the reggae canon.
Okay.
Never heard of any of his songs.
Don't listen to a lot of reggae unless it's Bob.
Russell Tompkins Jr. So high it almost squeaked. Again, Lord help me.
At least they said almost squeaked.
141, Christina Aguilera.
Now, Christina Aguilera can actually sing.
She can sing. What a Girl Wants. She did Lady Marmalade with the other chicas. She did Beautiful, which I thought was a really good song. I think, was she part of the Disney group? Her and Justin and...
I think so.
I
think she also was on... What's that one where they hit the button and they turn around? The Voice?
Oh, The Voice. Okay.
That's how I've seen some people in then you really know how well they sing, because they get up and they just sing, and it's not like produced or anything, and it sounds amazing.
Yep. Okay, we're doing top 200 vocalists of all time, and we are on number 140. Bono.
I've heard of Bono. Bono is 80s, 70s, 80s.
80s, yep.
Rock and roll.
Yep. 139. Rocio Durcal.
That's got to be foreign.
Mexican, Spaniard. From the 80s and the 90s. Merle Haggard is a 138 of the top 200 best vocalists of all time, according to Rolling Stone.
Okay. Merle Haggard is...
You know him?
I've heard of Merle Haggard, yes.
Okay. 137. Now, I'm going to say this right now. I love this guy. His family has a lot of soul. They did a lot for the music industry back in the 80s. He's a really dynamic performer, singer, songwriter, musician. I just don't know how he got lower in the list than some of the other people that we've already heard of. And that is number 137, El DeBarge. And you know, he had his group, DeBarge, with his siblings. He was in the 90s. Actually, he's done some music recently. He's come back and fought his addictions and was able to move on with
his brother as well.
Good life.
This was a few years ago, but it was Chico DeBarge, I believe.
Chico.
He's done some music as well. So.
Yep. Number 136. Again, I don't know how this person, and I like her, is lower on the list than Christina Aguilera or Alicia Keys or Kelly Clarkson. I'm starting to ask myself, what are they putting a whole bunch of names in a hat and just pulling one and setting it on the list?
Or is it because of their name they get rated higher or not?
But I don't feel like
before she had her episode, tell her who it is first.
It's 136 of the top 200 greatest singers of all the time is Lauryn Hill.
Before she had her time where she decided that she wasn't singing no more, she could really, really sing.
I mean, the miseducation of Lauryn Hill
not just that. Some of the others, she could sing.
I mean, when she was, the work she did with the Fugees was excellent as well.
Yeah.
But the miseducation of Lauryn Hill is an album that is
to this day is a banger.
One of the standards of, I need to play something good tonight.
The whole album
Was good. So 135 is IU. Since her 2010 breakout hit Good Day, which garnered deserved praise for its magnificent 3-note climax, IU has become one of the most highly regarded vocalists in South Korean music. Okay. 134, Axl Rose from Guns N' Roses. 133, Neil Young.
Oh, I've heard of Neil Young before. He's older.
Yeah, he's older. After the Gold Rush, Mellow My Mind, and Expecting to Fly were some of his hits. 132, Loretta Lynn.
We've heard of her too.
Yep, country singer.
It's amazing how well some of these country singers actually really do sing.
Why would you say that?
Because as an African American, we don't normally listen to country music, so we know.
I listen to any music I come across that sound good. And I like country music.
I do too. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that when you listen, for people, there's a lot of people out here that never listen to country music.
Oh, and they missing out.
And they missing out on how well these country music people can really sing.
So you know about, let me see, Beyonce's country album, or they say Lil Nas X was a country singer. I don't know how. Then there's that other black dude who sings country. I'm saying this because, most of the black people.
Aaron Neville?
Not Aaron Neville. He's newer. The one who did that one song that you like, Getting Drunk in the Bar.
I don't know the name of the dude who's.
Oh, for the love of goodness! You make me listen to the song and you don't even know who sang it. Anyway,
I didn't know he was black.
Country music. Well, I lived in Arizona, and there's a lot of country music going on in Arizona, especially back when I lived there. Like, so
150 years ago.
It introduced me to this whole different world of strong vocals with a twang. And I love country music. I really do. But if I had to rank the hardest, most difficult, most skilled genre of music, what do you think it would be?
For singing?
Yes.
I don't know what.
Opera.
Oh, of course, yeah. But that's like
those opera singers, let me tell you. So
maybe they're the top 50.
Maybe they are the top 50. Maybe they are. So 131, Jeff Buckley, from Led Zeppelin.
Okay. I don't listen to a lot.
No, I'm sorry. He says reflecting his roots and everything from Led Zeppelin to Yes to Edith Piaf and Barbara Streisand. He was the weird vocalist of his era. Sorry, he was not with Led Zeppelin. I skimmed over it instead of reading it because reading is fundamental. 130, Courtney Love.
I heard she could sing.
Yeah, she was married to Kurt Cobain. Rob Halford is 129 of the top 200 best singers of all time, according to Rolling Stone. Judas Priest frontman, 128, Florence Welch. The leader of Florence and the Machine, is a powerhouse diva of the old but still powerful school. A leather-lunged dynamo with range, character, emotion, and daring. Welch's sheer zest for her work is striking. Okay, they used good words to describe her. 127, Tammy Wynette.
Another country person.
126, Donny Hathaway.
He was a bad man.
Yep, he did that Closer I Get to You duet with Roberta Flack, and he was to the brilliantly anguished gospel prayer, Lord Help Me. So he had a range of music. 125, Joe Strummer.
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 No, I was reading it. Strummer.
Mm-hmm.
Chicken.
124, Robert Johnson.
Gotta be blues.
Robert Johnson can sound like two guitarists in one. In the 1930s Delta blues legends, voice reveals different facets of his performances as they unfold. I have never heard of him.
I think I heard of him, but some of those early recordings don't do justice to what they really sound like.
That's true. Yeah, the quality of the recordings weren't that good. Karen Carpenter, 123. We've Only Just Begun, and They Long to Be Close to You. Mm-hmm. Two of her hits. I've heard of her before.
Both good songs.
Yep. 122. Again, I like this person. I don't think they can sing better than Alicia Keys or Kelly Clarkson. Or
how much of their stuff have you heard?
Donna Summer?
Yeah.
I've heard all the good stuff.
all the stuff that she's produced for public consumption. A lot of times, that's not their best work.
And it's not. And okay, hold on. So 122 is Donna Summer. You feel like she? What
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm just.
You just being contrary.
Yeah.
Kind on knees. Okay. So y'all know her from Try Me. I Know We Can Make It. I Feel Love. But what was that disco one? Well, they're all disco, but she works hard for the money.
Yeah, that's the one.
So hard for the money. Get a copyright strike. Okay, 121 is Jackie Wilson. Lonely Teardrops. Higher and Higher. Your Love Keeps Lifting Me. Charlie Rich is 120 of the 200 best singers of all time. I haven't heard anything from him either. Okay. He was often compared to Elvis Presley. Barrington Levy is 119. It's so many people who it makes you want to go and listen to some of these people's music to see what they're like.
Yeah.
Levy became a Jamaican dance hall star at 14. with a series of local hits. Next came classic albums like 1979's Shaolin Temple and 1982's Poor Man's Style. John Fogerty.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I've heard of him.
In Crescent's Clearwater Revival.
Who? Credence.
What did I say? I'm sorry.
Crescent or something like that.
You know what I was thinking of?
Yeah.
Here,
Fantastic Beast.
Fantastic Beast, and Where to Find Them. Sorry. Whose run of hits from 1969 and 1971 remains a stunning achievement. John Fogerty's gut bucket song, yeah, that's what it says, gut bucket songwriting and way with a hook made him sound like an everyman. The way that they explained the writing here is just
no. I said that last up. I saw that last up with 200 to 151. They be using
171. Patti Smith.
I'm sorry, 117. Guys.
What did I say?
She said 171.
117. Patti Smith. During her early days in Brooklyn with the artist Robert Mapplethorpe. There we go. What?
Mapplethorpe.
Patti Smith used to sing him to sleep. He liked her voice. I bet he did. 116. Chet Baker. I don't know who that is. Chet. What did I say?
You said Jet.
I said Chet.
Okay, maybe I misheard.
Hold on. Let me wet my whistle. Because obviously he's saying I'm saying the wrong stuff. I just got water today, guys.
171 was really not the same as 117.
Wet my whistle. 115. Erykah Badu. Oh, and on. You don't never buy me nothing. And that is from Tyrone. On and on. Can I get a window seat? Is another one that she did. So, Neo Soul Pioneer, they call her. 114. Chrissy Hynde. Hynde. Punk rock. 113. La India. Never heard of her.
The India?
112. Ozzy Osbourne.
I've heard Ozzy Osbourne sing.
You didn't like it?
Wasn't a fan.
Really?
Not even singing, no.
A lot of rock stars can sing.
I know.
They can hold those big, strong notes.
Yeah, yeah.
It just gets lost in the loud, overwhelming instrumental section.
It could have been that.
Okay. So that's Ozzy. 111 of the top 200 best vocalists of all time is Fiona Apple. Although it's easy to focus on Fiona Apple's brilliant lyrics, the way she uses her voice is where her superpower flexes hardest. She feels her songs deeply and performs them almost like show tunes, echoing two of her earliest influences, jazz vocalist Ella Fitzgerald and Billie Holiday. Now, the fact that this says that she performs her songs like show tunes is probably why I've never heard of her. I don't like show tunes. And I know I just said I like music, but
you don't like musicals.
I don't like musicals. I don't understand how okay, really quick, musicals. Don't get me wrong. I do like some movies with music, or some movies that have music as a component. So think about
The Lion King.
Wanna be a mighty king. Yes, because the show is going on.
Yeah, but most musicals, the show is still going on anyway.
Or it's like
you don't like live
or
action musicals.
Moana, okay? They're singing, but she's going somewhere. It's literally about where she's going.
She doesn't like live action musicals.
No.
Everything she's mentioned so far is
let me tell you what
animated.
I do like. Okay, so real life movie.
Okay, Five
Heartbeats.
I knew she was going to say that.
But the music was actually a part of the movie. It was explaining something specific about the movie.
So you would say The Temptations?
The Temptations.
The Jackson 5.
All of that stuff.
Okay.
The one with Beyonce and Cuba Gooding Jr.
Cadillac Records?
No. That was good too.
That was good.
I'm talking about they was at the church.
Oh,
he lied about who he was.
Yeah.
What's the name of the movie, y'all?
I know the name of the movie. I do.
Fighting Temptation.
Yep.
Fighting Temptation. So all of those were good, and they had music. You know, I hate when it's like, oh, I'm so lonely now, and I just don't know what to do. And then the lights go down, and they be like, lonely, I'm so lonely. And it don't, and it's just the dumb broad sitting there. I'm sorry, that was rude. Dumb broad sitting there at the kitchen table, wailing, I'm so lonely. And then the lights go down. I hate that stuff. I hate it. Okay, so anyway, sorry. I digress. Okay, number 110 of the 200 best singers of all time, according to Rolling Stones, is The Weeknd.
I've never really heard him sing.
I
probably heard his songs.
He did the Super Bowl.
You do know I don't pay attention to the Super Bowl halftime, don't you?
That's the only reason why I watch.
I don't even watch the games no more, so it's not the same.
He says in an interview, he says, he grew up listening to Ethiopian artists in Toronto. I thought it was saying that he was an Ethiopian, which would have been very interesting.
From Toronto.
I'm not here to do Luther Vandross runs, he told an interview in 2015. I can't do what Jennifer Hudson does. But the feeling in my music and in my voice is very Ethiopian and very African and much more powerful than anything, technically. 109, Robert Daltrey.
You gotta be from a group.
Pete Townsend wrote the vast majority of Who's catalog, but it was Roger Daltrey's vocals that brought it to life.
I told you he was from a group.
108, Caetano Veloso, Brazil's premier singer-songwriter. And he's the nation's homegrown Dylan equivalent, a revolutionary rocker with a heavy literary bent. 107, Lou Reed. Don't know who that is.
Never heard of Lou Reed. I heard of this one.
106.
One of my favorite singers. Well, one of my favorite people. I love his songs. Put it like that.
Bill Withers. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Number 105, Eddie Vedder.
He got to be from my group too.
Was a SoCal surfer dude who drifted to Seattle, where he blew up into one of the most iconic, influential rock voices of the past 40 years with Pearl Jam.
See.
104, Aaron Neville.
He has a great voice, and it's different though. It's not what you wouldn't call it conventional, but it's a very, very good voice. The
fluttery edges of Aaron Neville's tenor are subtle but cunning and sometimes thrillingly dramatic. Listen to the way he slightly raises the end of every line of the Neville Brothers' Yellow Moon, the title track of their 1989 masterpiece, or go back to his 1966 solo classic, Tell It Like It Is. 103, Leonard Cohen, Quasi-Biblical Rumbles.
Quasi? It's not really a great word to use for prescriptive. Something was good.
102, of the top 200 greatest singers of all the times. According to Rolling Stones, not to me, to Rolling Stones. Taylor Swift.
Wow.
If you don't know who Taylor Swift is, you were not alive this summer of 2024 and you watch no football. So I think that everybody in the world knows who she is by now.
Between football and her Eras tour, yes.
Yes. The woman who needs no introduction. 102, Taylor Swift.
She ain't cracked the top 100. Wow.
101, David's girlfriend.
Man.
From back in the day.
Not my girlfriend. Love the way she sings, though.
He would dump me and marry her.
No, I would not.
Oh, that's somebody else that I'm certain is on the list. Gladys Knight. Gladys. I Heard It Through the Grapevine was one of her smash hits. Neither One of Us. The Midnight Train to Georgia. Whoo!
She did one of the theme songs for
a Bond movie.
Yeah.
Yep, a Bond movie. Mm-hmm. And she used to be a part of, obviously, Gladys Knight and the Pips.
Of course.
And that is number 101 of Rolling Stone's 200 greatest singers of all time. Next episode of Thinking Out Loud, we will do numbers 100 to
1 to 51. Sorry.
Yeah. Now you the one can't do math. 100 to 51. Okay. And anything else we want to say to the people?
We want to tell them to like, subscribe, and comment, and share the video if you liked it. Matter of fact, even if you don't like it, still do all that stuff.
And say you don't like it?
No, don't say you don't like it. Just do just like, subscribe, and comment if you like it or not. Just do it.
I'll just do it. I want to know what y'all think of these lists.
Please.
Who would you rank? How would you rearrange it? And at the end, we'll talk about who we wanted to be on the list but wasn't. But that's it for now. Those are our thoughts. We said them out loud. Peace.